Is it under your name?
Well, it is my car. My sugar daddy bought it for me.
6 kids, 6 different baby daddies, and she said each one of them comes with a paycheck.
Today's video is a mix of different money situations I came across. There is no single story in no particular order. Just clips that show how differently people think about and deal with money.
It's a 2021 Range Rover autobiography. I was wondering, how much can I get for it?
How many miles are on it?
88,000.
I think we can pay $42,900.
When can I bring it?
You can bring it down today if you want. Is it under your name?
Well, it is my car. My sugar daddy bought it for me.
Your daddy bought it for you. Okay. Now, did he put it in your name? Is your name on the title or?
To be honest, it's not under my name. He bought it for me. It's my car. I mean, I've been driving this car for a year now.
Okay. Are you still like in talking terms with him?
No, we broke up and this car just makes me think about him and I honestly want to get rid of it. That should be fine, right?
I'm seeing more and more videos like this, especially on podcasts, women openly talking about taking money from men and being proud of it. Of course it takes two, someone has to be dumb enough to fund it. But the fix is simple, give it back to the owner. It's in his name, he owns it, it's that simple.
Technically, if it's titled and registered in his name, he's the only one that can sell it to anybody.
What? No.
Technically, yeah.
He owns it. He bought it for me though.
I know, but if the state thinks that he owns it on the title, then he's the only one that can sell it. Unless he can write a letter saying that you're allowed to sell it, but without that, you're gonna have to give that car back to him, unfortunately.
You need to help me. Is there anything you guys can do? Like, I've been driving it, I put gas on it, I pay for insurance. This is my vehicle. Is there anything you could do to help me?
I mean, legally, he's the only one that can sell it.
What am I gonna do? What should I do?
I would get back on good terms with him.
There's no way I'm calling this guy.
You can call it a gift all you want. If it's not in your name, it's not yours to sell. She probably thinks she worked it off. And we all know what that work was. But that's not ownership. That was just the rental price. He loses money, she loses respect from other people, and to me, it already sounds like she lost her self-respect.
Number 1 is that you need to be making at least $130K a year. And you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. Oh, I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me.
No decent guy is going to want to deal with this, especially with somebody making $130,000. Guys in that position aren't looking for baggage. It only works as long as someone's paying. Once that stops, everything changes. And most guys who earn their money don't want to be the next one in line.
Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name and you have to be looking into getting your second property. You have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room.
I really wish I wasn't the first one to say this, but this is delusional. This is exactly what men are talking about when they want to know what a woman brings to the table. Because what does this woman bring except for financial burden?
Normally we're talking about car debt or credit cards. I'd honestly take that over this type of situation. This is an endless money pit. She is never getting a guy with actual money. She will find guys willing to go into debt though, moving from one to the next as they run themselves into the ground, and eventually not being able to afford her anymore.
Pound Town has been shut down. I just read one of my comments on one of those posts and a guy said, marriage is women's new hustle, and holy shit, I could not agree more because seriously, one, they throw it back for you in the beginning, they lock you down, they pop out a couple of kids, which is like secondary insurance to the whole tying you down part. And then when they get the divorce after they hit amnesia from shutting you off, they collect the paycheck. They get the alimony, they get the child support, they get more than 50-50 with the kids, and half of the time, more than half the time, they get the whole fucking house.
This isn't rare anymore. People openly talk about it online. They get into relationships for money, they leave, and then expect to be compensated for it like it was a job. It's not about building anything together. It's about access, timing, and an exit. And once a relationship ends, the expectation is there. Pay me for the time I stayed.
That you just busted your ass paying for the last 10 years. And what did she do? She took care of it or cleaned it up. Maybe. But I totally agree that marriage is the women's new hustle. I saw a post with a female that said, ladies, you're doing it all wrong. She had 6 kids. She was 25 years old, around in there, in her 20s, mid to late 20s. 6 kids, 6 different baby daddies. And she said each one of them comes with a paycheck, and I wake up every morning and my bills are paid. I'm like,
I can't believe anyone would be proud of living like this. 6 kids, 6 different fathers, and she's openly proud that they all have to pay. This tells you where the incentive is. The kids aren't the focus, the payments are. And a lot of these guys are probably in serious debt trying to keep up. They played their part too, and now they're paying for it.
I'm being given a note that you have spent on your top.
I was afraid this was going to come up.
Again, and this is where it's like, I'm with you right now. I'm looking at this guy. There's a few people who are like, how is this guy? How is this real? This can't be real. I am with you having this conversation a little.
This number.
But then we have it on paper. You spent in your highest spending month for Pokemon $26,000 in a singular
That was a good month.
Big guy, you bring in 2,817.
That was a good month.
You spent 10 times your income in 1 month on Pokemon alone.
Dude, that was a good month.
And you can only sell your entire collection for a couple $1,000.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get the hit card every single time, but no, that was a good month. It was, I forgot what set came out that month.
When was this?
This was like...
Moron, when was this possibly?
Like 2 or 3 sets ago.
This is probably the type of guy that falls for the women in the other clips. He spent $25,000 on Pokemon cards in a single month. No relationship, no one taking advantage of him, no pressure from anyone else. This one's completely self-inflicted, and a great way of destroying his future.
Just file for bankruptcy. The best piece of advice that my attorney gave me was that rich people file for bankruptcy all the time because they know that it's in their best financial interest to do so. It's a lot of fucking work. It does cost money. It's like ungodly amounts of information that you have to fill out, but it's the only way that we are ever going to get anywhere or have any money. 25% interest on credit cards is not okay, and that's not acceptable, and it's not your fault you can't pay it off. We just can't do it. So file for bankruptcy. Millionaires do it every single day. Just file for bankruptcy. That's it.
The financial advice on TikTok keeps getting worse. This is one I see all the time. Millionaires file for bankruptcy. That's how they stay rich. What they don't realize is that's usually a business, not their personal finances. And that's why they separate the two. They don't want it touching their money or their credit.
Here are some signs that you're doing better financially than the average American. Number 1, that you are actively paying off debt or you are debt free. The average family owes around $66,000 of debt. So if you are working to pay that off or you have no debt, you're doing great. Number 2, you have savings. 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency in cash. So if you have savings of any kind, you're doing great. Number 3, if you are a homeowner, so I know owning a home these days is more difficult, but 35% of Americans do not own a home. So if you are a homeowner right now, you're doing great.
40% can't cover a $400 emergency in cash. That's a scary thought. It shows how fragile a lot of people's finances really are. One small problem turns into a big one fast. A car repair, a medical bill, a missed paycheck. There's no savings to absorb it, so the only option is debt. And once debt becomes a default solution, everything gets harder from there.
If you are investing in retirement, so 37% of Americans have more in credit card debt than they do in investing. So if you are saving up for retirement, well done. And lastly, it's kind of a heart issue, but if you are a content person, we live in a world where bigger is better. The upgrade is always around the corner and people are chasing like what looks good. So if you are content with what you have, you're doing really great, because content people give more, save more. They're able to cut their lifestyle to do the things that we've just talked about. So that's how you know. Those are some signs that you are doing better than you probably think you are.
I think a lot of people don't realize how far ahead they actually are, especially when they stop comparing themselves to everyone else online. Personally, I'm really glad I'm content with what I have. I've reached a point where I don't feel the need to buy things. There's no pressure to spend money just to prove anything. There's nothing I'm chasing, nothing I feel like I'm missing. And that feeling is worth more than any purchase.
I'm 18 years active duty military.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, a couple of years ago, life happened, and I ended up getting divorced. With that, before we got divorced, my ex-wife and I, we were completely debt-free, and I was able to contribute 60% of my income towards investments.
Holy.
40% was going to my TSP, and another 20% was going to my kids' college funds.
Wow.
He had things set up properly. He was saving, investing, and actually thinking ahead. There was a plan in place and a clear sense of where his money was going. This is what it looks like when somebody takes their finances seriously before things go sideways.
But now, I've been divorced now for 2 years. I have found myself accumulating a little bit of debt. I'm back at $57,000 worth of debt.
What in the world? What did you buy in 2 years?
So I bought a vehicle. Following your baby steps.
What kind of truck is it?
It's a Ford Raptor.
Well, I think we found the problem, Thomas.
A single purchase, $57,000 of debt. Not from the divorce, not from emergencies, for a truck he didn't need. That's how fast things turn. You can do everything right for years, and then one bad decision puts you underwater. If you want to see more, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.